Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Now, if you've been watching this channel, you all know I love some chicken, and I definitely love chicken thighs. They are so affordable, they're such a staple, and they can be prepared in so many different ways. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to do an Old Bay honey corn, potato, and sausage skillet. You guys are going to absolutely love this recipe. It's made with chicken thighs and lots of spices and seasonings, but y'all, it is so easy. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees. While that is preheating, I'm going to prep my potatoes. I am going to use two medium large russet potatoes. However, I often do this with about a pound to a pound and a half of baby potatoes, so you can use those as well. I am opting to peel my potatoes today. However, you do not have to. And I'm going to cut them into about 1-inch cubes. You want to cut them evenly, or at least as close to evenly as you can get it, so that they can all cook at the same rate in the oven. After I have prepped my potatoes, I'm going to place them in some water so that they do not go brown while I am prepping the rest of the ingredients. For this recipe, I love to use some fresh cone, y'all. Now, you could use frozen if you want to, but honestly, this time of year, fresh is so easy to get. I say, why not? I'm going to use 2 ears of corn. However, if you have a big cast iron skillet, you could use 3. My husband absolutely loves to devour the little corn pieces, so I like to throw that in there. I feel like this dish is giving seafood boil, no seafood. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like I need to put the corn in there. I'm going to cut them into bits, and then I am going to add some red onion. Since this red onion is going to be roasting with the rest of the vegetables, I want to give it a nice medium size because it's going to be cooking for a hot minute, okay? I'm only going to be using 2 of the sausages out of that pack. I'm going to save the rest for another recipe. However, feel free to use as many sausages as your family likes. And my husband loves to eat the sausage, so I pretty much gave him all of the sausage. Don't you just hate it when your chicken comes with all of that skin and all of that fat left on it? I just feel like they don't butcher them well, and they trying to get that money up because they know that we want more meat. So I am going to just trim off a little bit of the fat and a little bit of the skin. You don't need to take it all off because a lot of that fat is going to render down. And then I'm going to clean my chicken and season it. So y'all, I got a bunch of seasonings right here, baby. But you can use what you want to use, okay? I have Old Bay, smoked paprika, lemon pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, all this good stuff. And I'm going to put it in the description box, okay? You can season your meat to taste. I am not using all this seasoning just on the chicken. Remember, we have potatoes and corn that we also need to season. So I'm going to save at least a third of this for those ingredients. In the comments, I want you to share with me your favorite chicken recipe. How do you love to, especially to use chicken thighs? I feel like this is such a staple for families, and I absolutely love how juicy chicken thighs are. So let me know some of your favorite chicken thigh recipes so that I can experiment with them and perhaps even try them on the channel. Now I'm going to lift under the skin, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt and some of that seasoning under the skin directly to the meat. Okay, we got to make sure our meat tastes delicioso. So that's what I'm going to do, okay? Then I'm going to set this chicken to the side, and you're going to see that I do have some of the seasoning left, as I said. I'm going to save that for later. You might think that this chicken was really salty, but most of the seasonings I used did not have salt. So that is why I did add a little salt directly to the chicken. In my cast iron skillet, I'm going to cut the heat on medium, spray a little bit of olive oil, and then add my sausages to brown. Now, y'all, don't feel like you can only do one thing in your pan at a time. Push your sausages to one side, let them brown on one half of the skillet. And then on the other part of the skillet, I'm going to start browning my onions. So I'm going to have both things going on at one time. Oftentimes, especially if you're using an electric stove, there will be a part of your pan that's a little bit cooler. So generally, I'll start to saute a little bit more on the cooler side of the pan, and then I'll start to brown on the side of the pan I feel like is a bit hotter. Now, on a gas stove, you won't really have those problems, but those that have electric, Y'all know. Okay, y'all know. All right, y'all got the hot spots in the pan. So I'm going to let the sausage just cook at the side for about 5 minutes or so until it's brown. And about that time, my onions will have had a little bit of color as well. And then I will take both of these out of the pan. Now my chicken is ready to be browned. My goal here is to just render a little bit of fat from that chicken skin, toast those spices just a little bit, and start to develop fond on the bottom of the pan and flavor. Okay, y'all know we got to do it for the flavor. So I'm going to let it cook skin side down for about 4 to 5 minutes undisturbed on a medium to a medium low heat. Do not have the heat up too high or else those spices are just going to burn off. Then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm also going to cook the chicken for about 4 to 5 more minutes. Now at this point, your chicken is not ready. Baby, if you eat this, you're getting salmonella. Okay, this is just to develop color. Then I'm going to take my chicken out, and I'm going to place it to a pan at the side. Now that we have so many spices in the pan, it's very important at this stage to make sure you do not crank up the heat too high. So what I like to do is scrape the bits off the bottom of the pan. Then I go ahead and add in my potatoes. That's going to cool the pan down just a little bit. I'm going to make sure I keep the temperature on a medium low. All I'm doing right now is browning the potatoes and letting them soak up those spices, soak up some of that delicious chicken fat. And I actually don't turn it that much. I turn it a little bit. I let it sit for about a minute or two, and then I go and flip it again. That way I can get a brown color. So when it starts to look like this, it's going to take about 5 to maybe 6 minutes. That's when I'm going to add some of my seasoning. So you're going to see me periodically add some of the leftover seasoning in bits just to make sure everything is flavored in layers. If you just wait to put in all your seasonings at once, you're going to realize that your food tastes bland, okay? And you're going to wonder why, and it's because you're not seasoning in layers. I'm also going to put in some fresh thyme. You can use dried thyme if you want, but that fresh just hits differently. I'm going to add in that corn, and again, add more seasonings as you go, just to make sure everything is well coated. I have cut off the eye right now because at this point, everything has pretty much warmed up to my liking, so I don't even need the eye on anymore. Distribute the onions and the sausage around the pan as you wish. Then add the rest of your seasonings. I am going to, of course, put in those chicken juices. That has tons of flavor, and that little liquid at the bottom is also going to help the potatoes cook and our vegetables not burn while, we're waiting for that chicken to release juices. I'm going to add my chicken around my skillet just right on top of my veggies. What's going to happen is as this cooks, it's just going to drip all those spicings and flavorings all the way down. Just so I can get a little bit more of a pan sauce, I'm going to put about half of a cup or so of water in the bottom of the skillet. I just ran it around that marination bowl, and I'm just going to add that water. I'm going to place this in the oven at 375 degrees, uncovered, for about 40 to 45 minutes. You just want to check it. While the chicken is cooking, I want to prepare a green side dish to go with this. I feel like, there's a lot of starch, and baby, you gotta have a non-starchy vegetable. In my wok, I'm going to add a little bit of water, and I'm going to steam some green beans for about 3 to 4 minutes, just until they are bright green, but definitely still have texture. You don't want them to be super soft. Then I'm going to put in 1 zucchini and 1 squash that I have chopped, as well as some chopped red onion. At this point, most of the water has evaporated while I was steaming the green beans. And I'm not going to add more water because the squash and zucchini will release some water on their own. I've added a little bit of olive oil and this Morton's seasoned salt. Now, if you don't have this, just do salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. I just like to keep it really simple and fresh on my vegetables. I'm also going to put in a little bit of butter and some thyme, and I'm going to cook this until the squash has a slight brownness on them. I don't want them to be very char, but I also don't want them to be really mushy. So I don't cook them for too long. probably about 5 more minutes. I'm going to keep this light because the seasonings in my chicken is more heavy. So that's the way I like to balance a meal. After 45 minutes, this is what my chicken is looking like. Now, I did not baste the chicken, though you could baste the chicken if you want while it's cooking. I just kind of let mine cook straight. And then at this point, you see there's a lot of juices. I'm going to baste with those juices. And then I'm going to take about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of honey, and I'm going to brush that over the chicken. That is going to give the chicken skin a deliciously sweet flavor, but not overwhelmingly sweet. I don't like super sweet meat. It just adds a little compliment to all the Old Bay. Y'all, this meal smells so good. We have a delicious 1 skillet Old Bay honey, sausage, potato, and corn meal that I paired with some delicious seasonal vegetables. This chicken is juicy. It's packed full of flavor, and I just love eating that chicken skin. I want y'all to see this chicken. Let me know how many pieces of chicken thighs y'all could eat. And when you just pair it with that seasoned potato, you have the perfect bite. Now, my hubby loved that corn, so he went in and tore that up. And I want you to let me know in the comments, what would you tear up first in this meal? I know you guys are going to love this recipe. I'll see you next time. Goodbye and God bless.